I want live astronomy!
So I think what we'd better do now, just for the next few minutes anyhow, is to point the telescope somewhere in the direction of the moon so that just as soon as we get a glimmer, we can turn onto it. I do hope we do, but it's so difficult to tell. One can't, unfortunately, control these things. There is definitely a lightning over there now, George. Can you see it? It's coming out. Yes, there is the moon. I can see it for the moment. No, it's gone again.
It's gone. However...
It's infuriating. There's nothing one can do.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Let's see you put a really fat bun in a muffin, then.
I like my experts to breeze in, be expert at something, then bugger off. Sometimes they just breeze in.
No, you can get fat buns in the Philips, the Sunbeam and the Rowenta. But all the others here and all the others in the test will only take normal sliced bread.
Now, what about safety?
This is a toast expert, or as you know him, student.
Yes, that was the Pifco.
This was the one that actually caught fire?
Yes, you can see
Yes,
the
you can. You can see the
results.
scorch marks right down here.
In the meantime, if you've got that piece of paper ready...
This bloke really is an expert. Trouble is, he's an expert at one of the most boring things ever devised.
Brown on one side and white on the other, and we're going to try to make Noah's Ark. Now, this is...
I don't think Katrina's from Osaka. I think she's from Dundee. She tried sushi once in batter. Tasted like fish.
Half in a cupboard fold. So there you have Mr. and Mrs. Noah looking out, waiting for that dove to come back. Now, the boat's a wee bit big, so just fold this in half.
There you go. A little ark for your cocaine.
There you have a little platform to rest it on at the back. And there you have Mr. and Mrs. Noah safely in the ark. And the animals are there too, but you can't see them because they're inside.
No, I want to see them.
Did you make it? Yes, Katrina's made it. Magnificent.
Look at that. He's made himself an origami wig.
And next time, guess what? We're going to make this magnificent swan. Now, this swan, I want you, please, to be very ready for it.
Well, he's tough, isn't he?
And if you want to, have a piece of paper ready about this size and fold it into a dart shape, please.
This is the origami school of hard knocks.
And there, and have that ready if you can. If you haven't got that ready, have the square ready at any rate, because we're going to do lots of reverse folds.
So next week's preparations are have a piece of paper.
Of the Argentine, and that's what we're going to do next week.
So, let's have a closer look at the kit. The basic kit is divided into 4 areas. We have the drum.
This programme inspired a load of budding young musicians to work at a call centre.
Then we have the cymbals.
It makes rock music seem less exciting than law.
Pedals. Now, starting with the drums, these are traditionally made from varying numbers of plies of hardwood. Maple, birch, mahogany are all commonly used. And the different manufacturers have worked out different ways of ensuring the perfect roundness of the shell, which is vital to the projection and the sound.
That's it. That's all the information about drums there is on Earth.
The tom-toms.
For rock, you want a punchy sound. So I've set the pickup in the middle, and I've got a lot of bass and a lot of middle. I'm going to hit the strings really hard.
The drums, big, open sound, lots of cymbals, and you hit them hard. 1, 2, 3.
Sadly, this group split up due to musical indifferences.
So I have a plum of a health tip for you. It's an umeboshi plum, which is a plum that has been pickled in shiso leaves and beefsteak leaves and sea salt for about 25 years.
It smells pretty horrible.
You suck on it, or you can put it into your water.
To be honest, I don't really know where to start with this. It's horrible. The people, the plums, everything.
You can do as I do and attach it to your tummy buttons.
Hold it still there. Let's have a look.
The reason for this is that the tummy button is the most absorbable part of the body other than...
I saw that.
It happens, Anne, that I have brought scissors and sellotape and 2 extra plums for your tummy buttons.
Oh, right, well, thank you for that. Can we come back to that one later?
Hello, Reverend Hardcastle.
How do you do?
Can you tell me what's going on here?
Well, it's a sort of educational game that I use in my confirmation class and Sunday school. and youth club.
A four-eyed, baldy vicar with a ginger beard that writes biblical computer games.
There must be something wrong with me, but I hadn't really associated vicars with computers before now.
No man has ever made greater effort to repel the ladies.
Of these magazines, the church computer.
How long did it take?
I hate to think. Hundreds of hours.
Yes, my wife thinks that computers are the work of the devil.
My wife agrees with you.
You're married?
This is a leafy liverwort, and if I'm not mistaken, fertilisation is complete, and this capsule's about to rise up in the air. I should be able to grab a lift.
Back in the 80s, TV ran a very tight ship. If you turned up late, you had to present the show in your pants.
On the high seater. Now, the capsules of the liverworts do the same job as those of the mosses. But
They managed to shrink David Bellamy for this scene, but not his genitals.
This one doesn't go off too soon.
Winter draws on, and with it, all the cold weather, and cold hands and cold steering wheels.
This is mainly for men, or to give it its full title, mainly for men with cold hands.
We want a warm steering wheel, so we have one here with a leather glove around the wheel. Inside the glove is a wire, which is taken round to till it gets to one of the spars. Either one, it doesn't really matter. Take the wire behind the spar up to the centre hub as near as you can, drill a hole, put the wire through, take off the horn cap. On the back of the horn cap,
There has to be an easier way of warming up your steering wheel. I usually get my wife to drive around for an hour before I go anywhere.
the nut which fixes the steering wheel to the steering column.
Join us next week on Mainly for Men, when we'll be showing you how to warm your hands on a pair of ladies' breasts.
And you have warm hands, warm and safe driving.
Live astronomy!
Well, anyhow, that is that. I'm afraid we're not going to see anything more direct. We had hoped to show you Jupiter and Saturn rather more clearly, directly from Passion, but that just wasn't to be. And after all, we've tried 4 direct recordings now, and this is the first time when we haven't had real success. And anyhow, you have shown something, and we have, at least, been able to put Saturn direct on the screen for the first time.
Mind your head.
So, let's climb down once again. So I hope this has interested you, and I hope, too, that you've been interested in seeing this magnificent 24-inch telescope and George Hole, who built it. And so, from Brighton, where the sky is now completely overcast, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Patrick. Good night, George. Let's face it, if the sky hadn't been completely overcast, it would have been marginally above mundane, and everyone would have forgotten about it by the weekend. But it was cloudy, and they didn't see anything, and that made it much, much better. There has to be a lesson in that. If you're making a TV show, don't set out to make it bad. Let it happen organically. All you need is the right number of idiots, and Bob's your uncle. So next time you have a really rubbish idea like letting the dog drive or wiring up your steering wheel to the mains or dinosaur death plunge, go for it. You'll make a lot of people very happy.
Part 2 of TV Believe It or Not is coming up in just a few moments. Stay right where you are.
Goodbye.